You have made a comment that India has the potential to grow 7%. McKinsey says it's India's century. Some other similar agencies say it is India's decade. When you say 7% plus is our potential growth rate, what's the durability of that? Are we talking about many years of around 7% growth? Is that possible?
Well, it certainly is possible. China, when it was growing very fast for 3 decades, it grew at about 10%. And of course, that with aging of population and catch up of growth once you reach middle income levels is not sustainable. The per capita income of India is low enough that actually with reform, certainly 7% is possible, but even more than 8%. But you have to do many more economic reforms that are structural to achieve that growth rate. And if you achieve it, you could maintain it for at least a couple of decades. But depends very much on policies.
But at the same time, let's talk about some global challenges. Your recent book, Mega Threats 2023 Beyond. If I were to ask you, what were the 3 biggest threats would be that global policymakers, individual leaders of countries like ours, all of them have to bear in mind and have to make their policies anti-fragile, if I may use that word, that these risks don't hamper their overall plans at all?
Well, the one that is key, that is relevant for the world, but also specifically for India, is the issue of climate change. Under some scenarios, a good chunk of India will be maybe either underwater or too hot to live or subject to major natural disasters. So investing into the green economy, the green transition, making energy more renewable or alternative to fossil fuel is going to be very, very important to have a better planet and a better world. In India is as at risk as any other parts of the world. I think that's a key one. The nexus of overall macroeconomic stability, maintaining low inflation, maintaining sustainable private and public debts and external debts so that you don't have financial pressures that occur when you have excess indebtedness is going to be a nexus of economic that maintains macroeconomic stability is required for having also stable economic growth. And third one is really investing into the variety of capital, human capital, physical capital, infrastructure capital, institutional capital, and also global soft power as a way of achieving also sustained economic growth. The future of the world is digital, is knowledge, is innovation. The benefit of India is that it has already a comparative advantage in tech, and it can do much more so in those industries of the future, but good policy frameworks and implementation of them are necessary in order to achieve that particular success.